Hey, what is up? What's going on? What it do, man? I'm glad to be here sharing this live with each and every one of you. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm your boy HG, and I want to welcome you, me, thee, we, whomever it may be, to Tuesday Night Soul Source, where you get all of your sneaker news, streetwear news, and everything else in between that might pertain to this wonderful space that we are in today. I want to say what's going on to all of my footwear fanatic family, the FFF or the FF fam, footwear fanatic fam. I don't know where that came from. I was just thinking of stuff in my head, not necessarily thinking of something to say like that, but just random thoughts going in my head, and I came up with that footwear fanatic family. It was gonna be like feet fanatic family, but no. uh, it is enough people out there in the world already that like feats and stuff like that, so we don't need to add to that. And oh wow, if y'all catch me looking off to the side, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's because StreamYard is doing a little something different. And hold on, let me look at my actual screen real quick. StreamYard is doing something different, and they have it where let me see if I'm actually on the screen. But StreamYard has it where I can see. Okay, yeah, I'm up here. I'm up here. But on my screen, I can see it vertical and horizontal. So I've got the vertical in my left, your right, and the horizontal on my right, your left. I think that's correct. So I mean, it's kind of tripping me out, man. From Bricks to Kick said, man, what's good, brother? D Sneak said, what's good? I hope all is well. Yeah, everything is going pretty good. How's everybody doing? Like I said, StreamYard has gotten a lot more technical with stuff. So I've got the vertical on one side of the screen and the portrait or the horizontal right here in the middle. And then I'm looking at stuff like behind the scenes, and it's got all other kind of new stuff. Like a teleprompter. That just blows my mind, because for the longest I've been like, okay, I need something like a teleprompter so that I can just keep looking forward, read stuff, go ahead and just segue into other things so that I'm not fully relying on memory and all of that. Yeah, this is crazy. And then, of course, it's got the comments. And let me go ahead and put the comments up on the screen so you all can see yourselves and see what's going on. And it's also got it where I can make the font tall, wide, small, medium, big. I don't man, this is hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Will it change? Oh, yeah, it changes it up on the screen. Wow. That is crazy. Oh, okay. Okay. So now StreamYard has it to where things are looking like OBS and Streamlab. And I'm guessing they're just going to keep adding and adding and adding as we go along. But this is probably, let me see, do I still have my inserts and stuff like that? Yeah. Yeah, I still got my inserts. So this is probably the best update I've seen to date thus far, and I'm not mad at it. I've been trying to figure out how I can hook my actual DSLR to the screen so that even though the visual is clear, it's not as clear as I want it to be. I want it to be just like all the other kind of YouTubers and all of that, and television programs, so that I can like record it or stream it in 8K and then it be condensed, because YouTube doesn't show 8K. YouTube only does 1080p. YouTube might have updated it to where they can live stream 4K, but the last time I checked, it's only 1080p. And then a slightly modified version of 1080p where it'll sometimes, depending on your level of Wi-Fi or network, it will upscale it for you. But most of the time, it's showing it to you downscaled. But yeah, this is dope. I did not expect to kind of be talking about this for the first few minutes, but studio chat for people in the background. What is this? Oh wow. And will it let me go to my recordings? Click on my recordings that I've done on StreamYard and kind of put it up here on the screen for you. That's pretty dope. I'm not gonna do that or try that just yet. But D Sneak said that's dope. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. From Bristol Kick said, you get Battlefield 6 yet, brother? No, I haven't played Battlefield in I don't know how long. I think I've tried Battlefield once. I was a more of a Call of Duty kind of person. And then once I kind of got out of Call of Duty, I did, I think it's not Rainbow Six, but it's the other one. It's the other game. I did that for a little bit, and then I kind of stopped doing that. So bro, it's something different. I know Battlefield has always been like a huge open world, but I don't know, man. I just it's COD outright. Yeah. It's like a more in-depth Call of Duty. It's like what Call of Duty wants to kind of get into, but doesn't want to change its fan base or experiment to possibly lose its core fan base. So they kind of keep those separate. But no, I haven't played it. I'm right now playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and trying to do that. I used to be like a hardcore Madden college football player. I've kind of fallen off of that. I think with my college football career, I was telling one of my friends, vlogging with Demetrius, that I had been playing my dynasty mode for NCAA college football for so long. You start out in 2024, I believe it is. I played it so long, I played it until 2050, 2055, 2054, and the game forced me to retire. So I got kicked off of that. But let's talk about a little bit of sports real quick before we actually get into the news and the thumbnail. I don't ever expect to be on here for a long time. It's always a good time is what I expect to be on here and we always have a good time. So, as far as I'm concerned, mission is accomplished every time we get on this live. But before we get into the thumbnail, because I'm pretty sure you saw the thumbnail and I'm pretty sure you saw the title. Before we get into that, man, we're going to get into a little bit of some craziness. We're going to talk about sports a little bit because, of course, where would our community or culture be without sports? Sports influences the shoes that we like. The athletes influence our purchases, and then we we influence the culture. We keep it going from there. So let's talk about some of these teams. I'm just going to ask you, I don't know whose team is for who, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's soccer, or whatever your sport is of choice. Let me ask you, how has your sports teams been doing as of late? Or if you don't have a team, how has your favorite player been doing as of late? My team has been absolute ass, and it is okay to say that. It's any given Sunday. My football team is ass. I guess it seems as if my basketball team is starting off the season looking like ass with no excuses. And it's just ass that might be why we call it the Peach State. Because the baseball team was ass last season and we didn't make it to the playoffs this year. That might be why we call it the Peach State. And, because everything looking a little ass right about now. But that is what it is for my team. How about everybody's team out there? From Rich the Kick said, sad ass San Francisco 49ers is 5-3 and not even leading a division. Well, it's better than my team. It's better to be 5-3 than what 3-3 or whatever my team is. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. I don't even think I'm going to watch the football game this weekend. If I do, it's going to be out of sheer boredom. But it said Chicago might pop off if they stay healthy. That's a lot of ifs around the NFL. There is a lot of injuries going on with New York Giants breakout running back, whatever his name is, Scatterboo. He broke his ankle. He's basically going to be out for the season. A lot of players like Tyreek Hill have ended their season. A lot of people are ended up with broken forearms. Joe Burrow, Daniels out in Washington, he's had a rough go at it. I believe from the Baltimore Ravens, the quarterback Lamar Jackson, he's just now starting to work his way back in. So staying healthy seems to be few and far between for a lot of big time players, especially quarterbacks. I don't know what's going on with the quarterbacks this year, but they're seeming to be breaking down pretty something vicious this year as well. So, I mean, yeah, that's a big ask, what it seems like in 2025, and it's anybody's game. Tua played with a swollen face and spanked the little peaches. Played with a swollen face, short, and can't see over his own lineman, and is one forehead thump away from a concussion. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. That's how it goes down. That's how it goes down. But last Friday, we talked about the Jordan book right here from Osaline. We saw the ridiculous $3,000 book, and then we saw the $130 book, and a lot of people agreed that shit was too expensive and that nobody was going to pay $3, let alone $103,000, let alone $150 for a book full of pictures with shoes, no matter how good the photo quality is and no matter what comes with it. Because I think the $3,000 book came with like some replica rings. It never said that whether it's 6 rings. The book comes with replica championship rings. It was never stated whether it was gold or anything of the sort. So I'm assuming it's not even gold or anything. It's just a straight replica. And the only thing that they said was gold plated or just kind of, I guess, brushed in some kind of gold is the bookmark stamp that's held in with a piece of ribbon to the book marker, the book page marker has a little bit of gold on there. And they expect you to pay $3 for that. And of course, for a coffee table book, it's not that serious. I like Jordan brand shoes. I don't know Michael Jordan to like whether or not to like him as a person or not. But I mean, everything seems okay. But for $3, I'm good. I'll pass on that. So let's go ahead and get that off the screen. The next thing I wanted to talk about is, did anybody hear what exactly happened over at LSU? That is some of the craziest stuff that I've heard in a long time. So, if you are not familiar with what's been going on with LSU's head coach, Brian Kelly, was bought out. Basically, he was fired. I heard, things about him being fired and whatever. And it didn't really make me any mind. I didn't really care because they were not giving the specifics around why he was fired. And I know the picture is crazy. As I sit here and have this sitting up on the screen, this is crazy to me. But this image and some of this information is via a 90s life, a Instagram profile that shares a lot of different things. But apparently, Brian Kelly was sending. Hold on. Wait a minute. I knew something felt a little bit off. Before we get into this story about Brian Kelly, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the fam that's here. Shout out to my sister Girly Glam Accessories. Shout out to D Sneaks. Shout out to From Bricks to Kicks. Shout out to JVille, and shout out to anybody in the back ghost watching. I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. My what we say footwear fanatic family. That's what it is. Footwear fanatic family. I know I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the live, which I suggest everybody always do that. Catch the playback if you didn't catch the run through. But just to remember that. But the Footwear Fanatic family, JVille, man, what's good, man? I hope you had a great last week, and I hope your week is starting off just as good. I'm trying to get you through this crazy time in the world, this crazy change of pace during the week, because it's also not only is there a change in what's going on with the world and a lot of crazy going on, but it is a drastic change in the weather. Now, we are at the tail end of October, and normally, at least from my perspective, we normally used to get cool weather earlier during the month of October, usually late September. You're starting to cool down in October, but October kind of extended the heat. So I don't know what's going on. They say global warming is not real, but it certainly feels like it. But now it's starting to get real cold. It's a little chilly in here. As y'all see, I got my long sleeves on. And usually I'll be, sweating like crazy, but tonight everything is going to be all right. I'm going to be fine with these long sleeves on in this nice cool weather. This is my time right here. I love the fall. I love the cool air. Now my shoulder don't like it because of course y'all know I had shoulder surgery. I had 2 shoulder surgeries and my shoulders getting a little stiff. But me personally, I love the cool weather. You can layer up as much as you want to, and when you get hot, you can take stuff off. But when it's hot and you take them layers off, that's it. You down to your drawers and your skin, and ain't nothing else coming off unless you trying to go to jail. I don't want none of my family in jail because of the heat. But again, glad to see all of y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in, man. But Brian Kelly was fired. Nobody was really saying what was going on. And to me, it was just another head coach that wasn't performing, being cut. Brian Kelly, I believe he used to be a coach for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He might have been a coach in the NFL. I don't know. I don't really follow Brian Kelly too much. I don't really follow too many teams or people outside of, my team or whatnot. So it is what it is. If y'all know, you can go ahead and fill me in on that. But at the end of the day, to me, it was another fire. And then I saw this right here. And this is some of like the craziest stuff. And I know y'all already see the little GIF on the side or the meme that somebody put on the side of Shannon Sharp sipping his drink, because I know he got to be sipping his drink after what happened with this one. But it says head coach Brian Kelly, head coach of LSU football athletic program, was fired after he was caught. Let me make sure. He was fired after some text messages were leaked that he had going back and forth with an 18-year-old LSU gymnastics student. What? You messing with an 18-year-old college freshman?
This shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
And for you, I mean, yeah, she's in college, but how old is Brian Kelly? And doesn't Brian Kelly have a family? Like, is he mad? Is he? It looked like I can't see his hand necessarily per se, but it looks like he's got a ring on his finger and he's texting. Out of all the women on a college campus. If you wanted to go young, because apparently um the old men chasing after young women has not stopped. But out of all of the range of ages on a college campus, you go for an 18-year-old. And in the age of people trying to come up quick and get paid, it never occurred to you that you might get caught. What did you to be 100% honest and frank? But you know, my name is HG. Hi, nice to meet you. To be frank, um, I don't know how these things tend to be leaked, but as you can see with the Shannon Sharp incident, she leaked all that some sound bites and the information and all that. She was leaking that herself. So and I highly doubt that Chip Kelly leaked this stuff. But really, 18, that's what you went for. And I think this is a graphic photo in the middle of this thumbnail or this clip or whatever. It's a graphic photo. I hope she wasn't sending graphic photos, and I hope he wasn't accepting graphic photos from an 18-year-old. But then again, if he was accepting text messages and in like some kind of relationship with an 18-year-old, I wouldn't say that would be outside of the norm. But here's one thing that really surprised me about this report. They put the young lady's actual name in the report. And normally they will hide the name from any kind of social reporting in order to kind of protect the individuals, the women. But oh geez, Bricks, come on now. No sir. we can't do that. We cannot do that. But it says in an official statement by the LSU Athletics, dear LSU community, today we have decided to separate with head coach Brian Kelly and Abigail Lutz, who will no longer be a student athlete on our gymnastics team. Effective immediately, we informed the team this evening, and a few minutes ago, we announced the change publicly. Terms of the separation are still being negotiated. When Coach Kelly arrived at LSU 4 years ago, we had high hopes that he would lead us to multiple SEC and national championships during his time in Baton Rouge. Ultimately, the success at the level that LSU demands simply did not materialize. And I made the decision to make a change after last night's game. I am grateful for the ongoing consultation and support of the LSU Board of Supervisors and interim president Matt Lee in this decision. We wish Coach Kelly and his family the very best in their future endeavors. We will continue to negotiate this separation and will work forward a path that is better for both parties. As a proud alum and as the current caretaker of our athletics program, I will not compromise in our pursuit of excellence, and we will not lower our standards. For a lot of a lot of that sounds like
bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, bullshit.
Because here's the thing about it. LSU hasn't done anything in the 4 years since Brian Kelly has been there. They've been relevant, they've played hard and whatnot, but they've gone 4 years already. It's their 5th year without meeting the standards. Let's be real here. Had Chip Kelly not been caught talking and sending messages to an 18-year-old, because I don't know if they were inappropriate or not. They never has not been said whether the messages were inappropriate or not. But had Brian Kelly, not Chip Kelly, but had Brian Kelly not been caught sending messages to an 18-year-old campus student, they probably would have allowed him to stay and continue with the level of success. Now, apparently, the early termination, or I forgot what they really call it, but with this early firing, the buyout for his contract is $45 million. So forget talking to an underage. I mean, well, no, she's not technically underage, unfortunately, which is still weird though. But forget the fact that he was having inappropriate, I guess, conversations, allegedly inappropriate conversations with an 18-year-old. He's gonna make 45 million off of that. He gets to walk out of the door with $45 million and still will more than likely continue having conversations with this 18-year-old. And he's probably going to share some of his money with her because he might feel bad about her being kicked off of the campus. Now, here's the thing. Where's the outrage at Chip Kelly having conversations with this 18-year-old? A lot of people were jumping on the back of Shannon Sharpe for having a conversation with I think she was like 20 or something like that. I don't remember what the age of the young lady was, but they had to have either been in the same age range or a 2-year gap. And I think Brian Kelly, his situation, she's younger. So if we gonna go ahead and jump on Shannon Sharpe the way they did, he lost a lot of endorsements. He was fired by ESPN or let go by ESPN because of his acts with somebody in their 20s, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while. When that came out, it really didn't, strike a chord with me or really too much stir the pot for me. But this one right here, this is crazy as hell. So like that GIF has with Shannon Sharpe sipping his tea, I want to hear the whole world and the community show a large level of outrage and get irate at this old man talking to this 18-year-old young lady. From Bricks and Kick said he damn near in a retirement home. That's the only nasty part. That's what yeah. To be honest, the only reason this got exposed is because one, he didn't get any, and he burned. Hold on. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, and I ain't gonna make no assumptions about what that's supposed to mean. But the age gap is crazy as heck. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know how old he is. I think he might be like 50 or 60, almost around that age. But she gonna start her OnlyFans after all this watch. She's just gonna have her own OnlyFans. I won't be watching any of that. I don't need none of that. Don't need none of that. I'll leave it to all of these old dudes from the past to be wanting to get into all of that. That is not for me. But yeah, I just thought that was really crazy as to the situation going on with that, and crazy that no one is, calling for Brian Kelly's head because they called for or they highly scrutinized Shannon Sharpe. And I don't really see much difference between the two individuals in Brian Kelly and Shannon Sharpe. Now, the next thing I wanted to get into, we're going to get into the shoes, y'all. We're going to get into the shoes, fam. This was something that I wanted to talk about last week. And we're going to talk about the thumbnail and everything. So just hang in there with me. Hang in there. To be honest, I don't think we're going to run for the full 2 hours, y'all. For real. I don't think we're going to run for the 2 hours. But, oh, yes, before I actually get into what I wanted to show y'all last week, who hit this week for the what them joints is. What them joints is. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it. I think this is the slide. Who hit for the Zion Williamson Voodoo Jordan 1 lows? So yesterday, Hibbett Sports, you were able to do a raffle on Hibbett Sports. Yesterday, Hibbett Sports did a raffle for these, and well, not yesterday. They did a raffle last week at Hibbett Sports for these, and then they announced their winners yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't hit at Hibbett's. Now, do I want these? No. I told y'all before already that I didn't go for the first Zions, and I wasn't going to go for these Zions. The only reason I went for these Zion Williams Jordan 1 lows, I don't hate them. I just don't like them. But the only reason I went for these is for my homeboy, because I know he likes them. And I'm trying to help him out. I went for a pair on Foot Locker because they had a raffle open for Foot Locker. And y'all know how Foot Locker does. I'm still trying to see if my entry was selected, and it's steady. And I don't know if they've already chosen the winners or whatnot, but my screen is steady. Let me turn down the brightness. Let me turn up the brightness. Okay, there we go. But my screen is stuck right here on Foot Locker selecting winners. And we all know how that is. It's what time? It is almost 7. No, it's almost what? I think my watch is wrong. No, okay, no, my watch is right. It's 8:11 right now. And if you ain't seen nothing by 8:11, either you didn't hit or you hit and the app and all that is so glitched and so behind that they hadn't notified anybody yet of their winnings. And the only way you know whether you won or lost is if you check your bank account statement and you see they withdrew $165 from your account. But needless to say, if you did not hit on Hibbett's, I think, and if you did not hit on Foot Locker, Wish ATL is doing a raffle, or Wish, if you have a Wish in your city or state, they're doing a raffle. And the Nike Sneakers app event is actually going down tomorrow. So if you did not hit on the actual shoe stores or foot stores, then you can get up tomorrow morning while you at work, interrupt your work day, and fill out for an opportunity to win the Voodoo Zion Williams Jordan 1s tomorrow on the Sneakers app. From Bricks to Kick said LRG might have them too. Yeah, they might have them. And as well as what's the other place? So what is it? Soul Play ATL might have them too. Soul Play ATL might have them. What's the other place? A couple of other places that I keep forgetting to mention, but they might have them. Android gang, I see you, Jay. Absolutely, man. I got an Android first and foremost, but I got an iPhone in the cut. So my iPhone sits and collects dust. But every now and then I'll break it out and use it when like if my Android magically somehow goes dead, then I'll, which we all know never happens. Android don't ever go dead unless you just using it to jump the battery of a car. And then after you done jump the battery of a car with your Android, you use it to charge somebody else's phone. And then you use it to charge a watch after you done watch like 4 to 6 hours worth of movies and television. And then you, after you've done all of those events, you flip the switch and you turn the sun on for the rest of the world. Then your Android might go dead. But if you pick up your iPhone and you flipping through a couple of what they call it, a couple of slides on Instagram, then your iPhone is damn near at 2% after 5 or 6 slides. But in the event that your Android does go dead, I always got my iPhone in the cut. And especially if Nike decides, or Foot Locker, or any of these sneaker selling places decide that they want to show favoritism to iPhone, because you know they do that. Sneakers does that a lot. The Sneakers app. So when they decide they want to show favoritism to iPhone and they think they finna pull one over on your boy, I be waiting for them in the cut like Peroxide or Neosporin, ready to play the game right along with them. But yeah, iPhone is not my first choice. I'm sorry, but it ain't never been my first choice. From Rich the Kick said, to me, the Voodoos are overhyped. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some people will agree with you, some people will disagree with you. I don't have any skin in the game because, like I said, a lot of these releases, I've been happy to get them, but a lot of these releases I have not been like extremely excited about. Now, don't get me wrong, just because I'm not excited about it does not mean I'm saying that they are terrible releases. But as I mentioned about some of those releases, and we're going to talk about one of them, like they have been promising us these releases for so long, and then never delivering. And then by the time they deliver it to us, it's at the point where, we never thought it was going to happen. And even when it did happen, we don't really care that it is happening. So, I mean, like the enthusiasm kind of died down. And in times like this, because I know a lot of times people can take it the wrong way when I say like 2025 hasn't been all that crazy or exciting and things like that. Honestly, it hasn't been exciting, but that doesn't mean that 2025 has not been a good year for sneaker releases. And in times like this, when it's less hype and more of what people have been begging for and pleading for over the last 5 to 10 years, even though it does not feel as exciting as like super crazy limited hype releases, it's times like this that show who the real sneaker collectors are, who the real footwear fanatic family members are, who the real footwear fanatics are. Because even though the excitement and the drive has died down, and the money situations might be a lot more scarce than in previous years, if you can go through all of that and still buy something like the white cement 4s and double up on it, or I can't use the bread 85s as an example, or what is this? The black cement 3s, or the black toe Jordan 1s. If you can still, or the UNC reimagined Jordan 1s, if you can go through a kind of flatlined, even kill year of sneaker releases and still buy those, knowing that a lot of those are going to more than likely go on sale and still pay retail, then you were in it because you have a love for the shoes, and you weren't just going for like because the stuff was hype or because it was limited or whatever the hype beasts that were flooding our space, were whatever reasons they were doing it for. If you can do it for anything other than those reasons, then you are a footwear fanatic. I don't know. I'll bring up the list. I'll bring up the list because that just made me think about the sneaker of the year list. I have my thoughts and opinions on that. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all might have y'all thoughts and opinions on that as well. I'm gonna bring up that list, but I'll save my thoughts for when I pull up that list. He's just trying to cop Travis Scott. I like it, but if I don't hit tomorrow on sneakers app, F it. And I think that's how a lot of people are feeling. Android gang, I see you. LRG, LVRG, LRVG. You already know, fam. Absolutely. JD and Shoe Palace. Yeah, Shoe Palace is always pretty much you can count on them to be in the raffle space as well. I'm fighting my intrusive thoughts to buy the Tokyo Fives. I'm gonna wait till they drop to 350 for my size. The Tokyo Fives. Yeah, that was another one that I talked about. What are Tokyo Fives looking like right now as far as resale prices on the Tokyo Fives? What is that looking like right now? Because that's not one that I really care about. A lot of people are pissed off at like the quality control, and it's not like it's not anything terrible with the quality control. A lot of people are pissed off because they're getting their shoes and there are creases across the toe. But I mean, that's just what leather and suede and stuff does, especially if it's a soft panel. That's what it's going to do. It's going to collapse. It's going to buckle. It's going to crease. It's going to do all of that. What do you all expect? And we are like a month away from the release of the Tokyo Fives, and people are still complaining. I don't know why. I don't care. But 2025 been cooking though. Yeah, they've been cooking as far as retros. 2025 has definitely been cooking as far as retros. But like as far as like the excitement, the drive that I gotta have the releases, it's a lot more, it's a lot less. I gotta have it. It feels like in the community in 2025 than it was in 24, 23, 22, especially 22 and 21. But from what I've seen coming up in 2026, I believe some of that excitement will come back. I believe we're going to be bringing a lot of people back. We had some of that excitement in the beginning half of the year, and then that flame kind of fizzled out. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the people that I'm around. Maybe it is what I'm seeing. But as far as like down my social media feeds and timelines, I'm not seeing people go crazy. I'm not seeing people go crazy for these releases. Maybe like some of the usual suspects. But for the most part, some of these other releases, I'm not seeing people go really crazy for them. I saw people complain when it came to the Aqua 8s, but those did sell out. I didn't see people go crazy when the Fear 4s actually dropped. It's a lot of stuff that before people were getting, and then now, you know, when they actually dropped and released, they had like different feelings and opinions. All the sellers' hype got burnt out into the Pokemon reselling. What did I thought I saw vlogging with Demetrius say something, but maybe I'm tripping. But maybe that was Jville. Maybe that was Jville that was saying something about if he didn't get it, then you know it is what it is. But yeah, if you did not hit for the Zion Williamsons through the Hibbit app and through the Ship to Me via Foot Locker, don't worry, there's always tomorrow. It's only a few hours away. And then also on the 29th, I guess this is like from Nice Kicks, a week of the releases. You got the Star Wars Crocs, Darth Vader, and R2D2. Y'all know I'm not a Crocs man. I'm not a Crocs guy at all. The Zion Williams Voodoos on the 29th. That's tomorrow as well. Then you got the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low Moonwalkers the day after. That's a Thursday. And this is a telltale sign of a release week being weak. When you see shoes dropping the majority of the week, because usually we'll get every now and then a release on a Thursday, maybe a Tuesday, Wednesday, but you never really get shoes that are supposedly considered some big releases on a Wednesday, Thursday, and a Saturday. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't pay. Maybe you do, and I don't pay attention to it like that. But on the 30th, you got the New Balance 990 V6 made in the USA. And yeah, no, that's not for me. Then you get the Wells Bonner Adidas Superstar. Again, another one that's not for me. You get the Eric Costin Nike SB Air Max 95 on the 1st, which is what? Saturday, because the 31st Halloween is on Friday. And then you get the Nike LeBron 23 grand opening. I don't know anybody who wants that. Then you get that Kobe Bryant Nike Air Force One triple black with the snakeskin pattern all on the uppers of them things. Oh man, Foot Fanatic fam, man, what y'all thinking about these shoes that are dropping? What y'all think about them Air Force Ones? What you think about them Kobe's? The LeBrons. I already know what a lot of y'all think about them LeBrons, man. Like, it is what it is. Then you get the Air Jordan 4 for all my ladies, the Cozy Girl. Now, these aren't bad. These Jordan 4s are not bad. Nice tan Jordan 4, suede upper. That looks like a kind of ripstop or like kind of jacket material on the mud guard, but a pretty clean colorway. You get the fuzzy shoelaces. I don't know, but it is a girl's release nonetheless. But you all let me know what y'all think about this week's releases. And was there anything that you looking forward to? Is there anything this week that was a must cop? Last week they kind of snuck some things in on us. They snuck a Nike Dunk Wizard, which was dope in my opinion. I wish that I had known about it sooner rather than later, or I would have got a pair. And then they did the Grateful Dead, and the actual shock drop that they did was the actual release, because before they did that shock drop, they did a release on the Grateful Dead's website. So if you didn't get it then, because I know I mentioned that there might be another drop, it ain't happening. You cooked. It's over and done with. It's okay, man. Save your money and your tears for something that really matters, because food prices is going up, and you don't want to be left in the dark or on the streets with shoes stacked all around you on your feet and no food to eat, man. Hey, you don't want to be in that position. Here's another thing right here. It says, is the Adistar XLG 2.0 better than Pharrell's Adistar Jellyfish? And on some social media site, they said Adidas is already killing Pharrell's silhouette with a bootleg version of his silhouette. And I want to know y'all's thoughts and opinions. Because at first when I saw this, I was like, wait, what? This is a different shoe? What's the damn difference? And then I looked at the subtle differences and I'm like, yeah, it is a difference. But I mean, Adidas is known for doing stuff like this. Adidas is very well known for doing stuff like that. And from Bricks to Kicks colorfully said F Crocs. All right then. Another cheater girl shoe. If I see her wearing Crocs, she's for the streets. On go. No one is getting them Eric Costins. Somebody will. Going straight to the outlets, women's Jordan 4s. Whether if they release a limited pair, limited number instead of limited pair. If they release a limited number, then you know they probably won't hit the streets, but or hit the outlets. But as far as these Adidas, what do y'all think about these? Now, I wasn't a huge fan of the jellyfishes anyway. So for Adidas to be making a knockoff bootleg version of Pharrell's $300 shoe, that was another thing about this shoe. $300, that ain't for me. I don't know who it might be for, but it ain't for me. It ain't for your boy HG. I was not going to pay that $300. I could have easily entered this raffle and attempted to get them, and my bank might have declined and bounced the hell up out of that transaction, or it might not have. But I wasn't gonna pay $300 for this big fake Balenciaga chunky dad shoe. Pharrell, you a little too late. And are we back on the Pharrell train? Because I thought Pharrell fell off as far as Adidas footwear. I could be wrong, Giganator, if you in the background, if you in the building, if you listening, I know you busy, but I need you to take a second out of your time to put me up to date and let me know, did Pharrell fall off as far as footwear, or anybody in the chat in the background? What do y'all think? Did Pharrell fall off as far as footwear? Because the last time I remember Pharrell being hype was the NMDs, but the NMDs have not been hype for over 3 years now, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. My math and my time, they start to blur together and they start to be off or whatever. But, you know, let me know in the comments. Like the last time I heard anybody talking about a Pharrell Williams shoe was like in 2020, maybe 2021 with them NMDs. And then when he started putting like the trail spikes on the bottom of the NMDs, that's when a lot of y'all threw up them deuces and was like, I'm out. I'm out. I mean, it was the same damn sock shoe like the Yeezys, but they had the trail joints on the bottom of them. And y'all, the first thing y'all said when y'all saw the trail grips on the bottom of them NMDs was,
hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
y'all politely, or not so politely, as Joe Budden put it, let him know that that shit was a 2-pack of ass. And now all of a sudden he's back on the scene with a $300 fake Balenciaga dad shoe, and they sold out. I don't know how many he released or how many were put out there, but they did sell out, or Adidas made it look like they sold out. And then Adidas went behind it and copied and created a bootleg version of their collab. And I won't say it was their biggest collab, but it was one of their biggest collaborators. And then they did them in multiple colors. They doing the Nike thing. Okay, see, now I'm glad I kept clicking, but they're doing the Nike thing where they make too many colorways. Oh, that's nasty. That is nasty. And I know, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be somebody out there that loves this shoe. But it won't be me. Now, what did I want? Oh, yeah. What I wanted to show y'all while we still here. Let me take that down. Let me pull this up. Where is it? Now I just saw it right here. If y'all don't know, your boy HG, I had to give a middle finger to some of the crybaby ass moderators in groups on Reddit, because they want to kick you for saying, you're promoting fakes, when the only thing I said, I told somebody, and I don't know if I told this story, so bear with me real quick. So I was in the Jordan Reddit group, and I just got on somebody for doing this. I just got on somebody on Reddit for doing this, but I'm gonna do this just because I started this, and because y'all are family and y'all understand. But I was in the Jordan Reddit group, and I was in a legit check group, and somebody posted some fake shoes, and I told them these words verbatim: I believe you knew they were fake when you bought them, and now you're here posting these shoes for attention, and you're either posting them for attention or you're posting them in hoping that you will catch somebody saying that they are real. That way you can put your finger in their face and say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. So when I said that, and I said, you knew they were fake, so there's nothing you can do about it now. You might as well just either wear the shoe or do whatever you want to do with the shoe. They banned me from the group and, banned me for promoting fakes. I don't know how the fuck that was promoting fakes, but I said, okay, well, fuck you all. I'm finna start my own subreddit. And we are about a week into it, and we've already hit over 100 members. So shout out to all of the members that are part of the Real Legit Check group. If you're over on Reddit and you need help legit checking shoes, from Bricks to Kicks is also a moderator. He has been extremely active, and I appreciate you for that, man. Salutes to you, because a lot of times, man, people be giving me headaches, asking me questions, and not posting the correct pictures. You'll be surprised how many times I've had to tell people you're not posting the correct pictures in order to get a proper legit check. So I appreciate you for helping me out with that. Bricks and Kicks called the Pharrell's Mental Health Day shoes. Damn. Shout out the good subreddit mods, man. Rage bait posts need to get banned. Gotcha. Game intellectuals. Yes, sirski. Yes, sir. But yeah. And I'm surprised every day how many people don't know the basics of legit checking. Even the obvious. We've got a lot of obvious fake shoes in this group, and let me just run down the page. Hold on, let me see. I don't need y'all looking at them conversations, but look, tons of shoes. We just recently got the Travis Scott Phantoms. We got a pair of Concord 11s that just dropped in the chat. A lot of people are starting to be active. We got some black cement threes or bread. No, what is that? The bread? I don't know, man. The bread, black cement, whatever threes. Some racer blues. We got a lot of shoes. A lot of shoes I ain't never even damn seen before. Like these joints right here. These military Air Force Ones, fighter jet, 2012 from 2012. He's had these shoes for. What is this, 2025, 13 years? And he's questioning whether or not after 13 years, these are fake. Are these fake or not? Bro, you didn't have these joints for 13 years. You just leave it alone. Fake or not, just leave it alone. And then these party like a rock star ass, shop boy ass Air Force One high highs. These high Air Force Ones with no size tag. Crazy. They beat so bad they ain't got no size tag in them. But they looking for a legit check for these. Of course, we like I said, we got the usual suspect Travis Ones. We got some designers, Air Force. No, those not Air Force Ones. Black cement fours. As a matter of fact, then we got somebody. This dude just unloaded his entire off-white rare collection. He dropped the off-white Jordan 1 Chicago, and he's consistently been dropping pairs. He dropped somebody else dropped some YSL jeans. Man, I don't do no damn jeans. That's another one of his pair of shoes, some Air Force Ones. Somebody dropped some fake fire red fours that they didn't know. Then they got the other dude dropped some UNC off-white ones. Like he's got a huge off-white collection or a expensive off-white collection, and I haven't legit checked any of that. And then he got the Tom Sachs 2.0s, and I haven't checked any of them because you got to pay some extra close attention to detail, and I just hadn't had the time to do that. And I don't know if I asked anybody like last week or the previous weeks, but with large collections like a lot of us have, or a lot of content creators have, how many people do you think have fakes in their collection? Or do you think that people might have fakes in their collection? But again, shout out to the subreddit Real Legit Checks, helping people out every step of the way so that you don't get caught slipping. Now, a lot of times people done already spent their money, and if you don't spend your money, ain't nothing I can do to help you. And if I can't help you, I try to point you in the direction of somebody that can. But nevertheless, it is what it is. Let's slide into the next point of conversation. This comes from Sneaker Legal. This is one of those things that I wanted to like briefly but quickly go over with you all last week. but I kind of rambled on and we didn't get a chance to talk about this. Nike just filed a patent for a new outsole. If they didn't monopolize enough things already, they just filed a patent for a new outsole and looks like a new midsole design. And I think that was for that Nike crossover shoe. You know, that one that looked like a stripped down Air Max 95 penny loafer moccasin combinations, like a sneaker shoe that could be worn in the workplace. This might be that patent for that outsole. I didn't get a pair. I know Sneaker Lover ended up hitting on a pair on the Nike Sneakers app, and then he ended up quickly, as soon as he hit, telling me that he canceled his pair with Sneaker Lover. Man, I don't know what you doing, man. What you doing, baby? What are you doing? Why did you do that? Like I said, strangely enough, I was getting ready to say there are no Halloween releases, but you know what? There are Halloween releases. The Jaw, the Dunk Wizard joint, and a couple of other pairs of shoes. The only difference is these shoes are actually dropping on time for Halloween and not after Halloween, like Nike and Jordan Brand used to do in previous. As a matter of fact, the freaking Zion Williams Voodoos, if you hit today or tomorrow, you'll get them in time for Halloween. Well, damn, if I had that GIF of the dude where he looking around and surprised, rubbing his chin, I would have hit that real quick, in fast in a hurry. But yeah, that's crazy. So we do get Halloween releases from Nike and Jordan Brand and a couple of other manufacturers, and they are dropping on time. But Nike dropped a patent for a new futuristic shoe, or a new shoe coming in the future that's designed to improve footwear. And I think I saw more detailed information on it on another site. But as you can see, it's got electronics incorporated. Now, in accordance to what I saw with this shoe, and I don't think it's gonna. I don't think they're going back to the auto lacing system or anything like that. They might go to the auto lacing system. I don't know just yet, because the auto lacing tech was not very well received, and mainly because they didn't have very many good silhouettes with the auto lacing technology. So that's why a lot of people fell off of that auto lacing stuff. But Nike has filed a patent for a new style of shoe. As y'all saw, they have the compression boots that you can walk around in, that are supposed to speed up recovery and things like that. They are really leaning in towards recovery and foot health, even though the shape of the shoes aren't designed for proper foot health or whatever. But yeah, they're doing that. And shout out to anybody who is watching the live stream vertical, because I can see the live stream vertical on my left and I can see the live stream horizontal in the middle. So I'm seeing two different forms of live streaming. Shout out to the Reddit group, Real Legit Check. Man, let's try to get that rolling, man. The family, everybody has been showing love and support. A lot of you don't even know I'm behind the Real Legit Check. But for the fam, for the Fanatic Footwear fam, y'all know the FFF crew, or whatever y'all want to call us, whatever, the homegrown family as well. I've been doing that. And shout out to everybody that's been watching thus far, supporting, coming in and coming and leaving and coming back and all of that. From Bricks to Kicks said, crazy thing is I haven't been wrong one time on my call outs with these shoes. That dude is just fake flexing. He looking for attention. You know, I kind of feel that. I kind of feel like that he's doing that. And I kind of feel like some of his stuff might actually be fake. And he's trying to be like, oh, okay, a group to check to see if shoes are real or not. Let me just go ahead and throw up all my shit and see what they say. But I mean, I'm not going to do it unless I see everything I need to see. And why is it that people struggle to follow directions? I have the directions posted at the top of the group. and people still send me wrong stuff and stuff like that. But we talked about that. Let's Larry G, man, what's good, fam? He said, "Yo, man, what's good? How you been, man? How was your week previously, and then how is your week going this week?" The Zion Williams voodoos, are you going after those? And is there anything that is on your radar this week that you're looking forward to? Oh, you know what? I was gonna completely go through the live and not talk about the Rare Air Jordan 11s. The Rare Airs are dropping. When are they dropping? I believe they're dropping Thursday. We'll check that in just a second. But we're gonna talk about this new up and coming Nike tech. He said, "What's good, fam? The Air Freak golf shoe. I hit on Nike sneakers politics today, but I don't celebrate Halloween." Hey, shout out to you. You ain't got. Hey, look. Also, you ain't got to celebrate Halloween to get a cool spooky shoe. But hey, if you just a collector, hey, and it gives you something good to talk about, that's okay too. Wish they could have named it different too. Oh, the voodoos, yeah. I know how people get about the name voodoo. I like it. I got the Nike Air Max Adapt self-lacing. Them things was fire. I asked him for more photos and he hasn't responded since, so they're more than likely fake. Yeah, we could say that, but we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna put them out there like that. But from what I read with this new Nike tech, they've taken the auto lacing advancement tech and just went straight to another galaxy with all of this tech. Supposedly it is going to be able to adjust to the way you walk. So every step you take, there are going to be little servos and things going on to lift your insole in certain areas and lift it in certain areas and flatten it in other areas, which will probably be good because for people who need arch support, the shoe is supposed to adjust for people like that to give you true actual foot support, even though it's still kind of destroying your foot because your foot's supposed to be able to spread your toes. And we all know if shoes were made ergonomically for your foot, there would be some fat ass toe boxes, some very large, unvisually appealing toe boxes. But this is supposed to work more towards the benefit of comfort for your feet and to foot recovery. And as you can see, it's got a different style of servo batteries in there as well. So Nike is locking down all of these patents. It's apparently 131 or 133 pages of patent information. So Nike has some big plans going on, and this is like one of the design looks possible for their shoes. And I don't know if I like that big thing on the side, but I mean, we'll see. It is what it is. We'll see. We've had some. Oh, look, and they got a different style with the thing on the back, and different types of midsoles and things like that. So only time will tell. 100 and something pages, and okay, good. They don't have all the pages listed because we weren't going to go through all those pages. But yeah, Nike Tech is moving forward into the future for sure. It says Project Amplify is what it's being called, as Complex announced today. Nike unveiled Project Amplify, the brand's latest footwear innovation project designed to help athletes walk more effortlessly. Nike says that Project Amplify is currently in early development and plans to launch the system in the coming years, despite that Nike has filed patents for some of these projects. This patent is the introduction of an internally powered system that can actively control the fit and function of the footwear. See, so that's what I was talking about when I was saying the insole adjusting to your foot. It says the patent is massive at 133 pages. Okay, yeah, 133 pages, and includes fluid flow to adjust support in the sneaker's sole. The overall look and design of the potential sneaker, which looks similar to the image shown today, including where the system might be placed, how they would work, how they could be powered. There is a potential for integration with other apps. It could also include AI integration and act like a personal trainer. Scroll to check out some of the utility and patent registrations. So that's interesting. Like I said, like I was thinking it might be like some servo motors, but I guess it's going to be like a fluid bladder on the inside, like a water bed. The only thing I would caution against or be cautious about is if the bladder were to break. Then you've got like water or something. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be water. I'm pretty sure it's going to be more like a gel-like material because water mildews over time and it just doesn't smell great. But I'm pretty sure like if it's going to be like a gel inside of that bladder and things adjust in there, if that breaks, that's going to be a terrible look. So I'm pretty sure Nike is already working out ways to make the bladder or whatever they're going to fill it with durable and whatnot, because if they didn't, it would be a dumb mistake on that one. But yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I can't wait to see. Hey, here comes the money. Here comes the money. My Fanatic Footwear fam, my homegrown family, man, I appreciate you, Larry G, with the $5 dono. He said, love my guy, man. Shout out to you, man. Love right back at you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate the fam and everything you all do for me and for the community, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. From Bricks to Kicks, which ones you saying were fire? Bricks to Kicks said the Air Max Adapt shoes. I've held them things in my hand before, and they're totally freaking amazing. Yeah, I got the Fireberry colorway DS. What size? Look like we got like a sales post going on. They come with a charge plate. You sit the shoe on the charge plate, and they charge up. Sort of look like a weight scale. I've seen that. I remember it's almost like it's a charge pad, like what you have with your cell phone, a charge pad. Larry G said a size 13. You trying to sell them? Oh man, Larry G said, not really, man. Sorry. He said it depends. Back to the Future was my best one of that series, and I always wanted to be like Marty McFly. Dang, Bricks, look like you got to go to GOAT, my brother. You got to go to GOAT for that. But yes, let's go ahead and check out Complex, because I want to talk about this. And this was the next thing that I wanted to talk about. Let's see if I still got it down here. Yeah, sneaker news. Let's see. Let's find out. What's going on with sneaker news? Costco. Did they add something else here? So the card is actually a wholesale membership card too. So if you buy the dunks, the Costco Kirkland dunk lows, sweat paint. If you buy the shoe, the hang tag that looks like a membership is actual membership. You wait a minute. It's gonna be an actual. So the hang tag accessory is going to be an actual membership.
This shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
Don't play with me. Do not play with me like this. Y'all know I've been hyping this shoe up. Don't tell me that this is gonna be like an actual membership type, and then when I get it, I'm gonna be one of these people right here hitting.
Y'all dumbasses fell for it.
I ain't trying to look like no dumbass when this drop, because I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna go for these. Larry G said, Bricks, you a size 13. Let me see what the market is. He said, yes, sir. Hey, we might have a sale going on here. Hey man, y'all just relax. But no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Continue as planned, fellas. Do your thing. Do your thing, fam, man. I'm all for the come up of everybody. Those were the mind slides, the crazy mind, or whatever you want to call them, that I talked about a couple of weeks ago. They got them in a black colorway. They're supposed to be dropping in 2026. I want the white colorway. I want the launch pair, but the black pair look pretty cool as well. Somebody said they look like prison slippers. I don't know, for all my people that have been incarcerated, do these look like prison slippers? Y'all let me know in the comments, because when I read it, I thought that was hilarious, but I also didn't think that was funny because I like these. Stranger Things, they're getting a dunk low as well. A lot of people have said that this is probably the worst Stranger Things collab that Nike has done. I don't know if y'all remember, in the past they did a blazer. They did another shoe where the upper burns away. I think the blazer was also one that burned away as well. But I think Nike has done 3, maybe 4 shoes thus far with Stranger Things, and they're dropping these. And a lot of people said that these were the most basic of the pair and the least imaginative. But I don't know. I kind of like them. I like them. Maybe that's me. Maybe when I see these, I get Stranger Things. I get it. They got Nike, and then they got 1986, and then the cracked leather on the swoosh and all over the shoe for the little floating crap that was in the upside down and stuff like that. I get it, man. It don't have to be like crazy in your face Stranger Things. And then they got the Nike on the heel tab upside down, and they're dirty because Stranger Things was a throwback, dirty, spooky, crazy. I get it. Not everything has to be like bam, a boot to your face, in your face, obvious. I mean, make people look at stuff and use their imagination, and it's okay. It's okay to have an imagination sometimes. So I like them. I'm not gonna sit here and tell people that it's a must cop, but they're nice. I think what I'm gonna show you all, we'll be able to see the release date for those as well. So just hang in there. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was, let me go to Complex. Is it Complex sneakers? I always forget because Complex got so many dang different spots, but let me see. So if you all have been under a rock and you all don't know, Nigel Sylvester brought out the brick truck and did a restock of Jordan 4 Brick by Bricks. And I'm a little disappointed, but again, it's like, okay, whatever. Because I didn't get a pair. And I've already made my peace with the fact that I didn't get a pair. And I know it sounds like I hadn't, or I might be upset. But I mean, it is what it is, man. It was just another opportunity. I'm glad that people were able to get pairs or whatever. Because if you saw it, well, I'll show y'all in the conference room.
Sneaker of the year. I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Shout out to my entire team. We worked so hard on this brick by brick sneaker, man. And shout out to the people. I got nothing but love for y'all. So with that, I came to Vegas with a brick truck. Yes, sir. I'll pull out the conference con 15 minutes. I got some surprises for y'all. So meet me downstairs at the West Hall entrance in 15 minutes.
Act accordingly. Thanks everyone for coming. 2025 Sneaker of the Year panel.
And everybody went crazy. They went crazy. And
Incredible.
what you call it had the nerve. They just announced that they dropped some brick by bricks in the hallway, knowing that people gonna go crazy. He had the nerve talking about some act accordingly. Oh, they are acting accordingly. They're gonna knock everybody they can over. They're gonna run out the door. I know people that were in the back were initially pissed, but they were happy that they were in the back.
What up, baby? Okay, baby.
Thank you so much, man. Brick by brick.
Shout out to Nigel Sylvester for winning Complex's sneaker of the year. That's what I'm trying to find. Complex's list of sneakers for sneaker of the year, because they did a top list, and that's what I was trying to actually show y'all. Let me see. Complex. Let me see if I can find that for y'all. Because I saw somewhere they dropped the list, but I don't see it now, and I'm not finna go crazy looking for it. Let me see. Best sneaker moments and releases from 2026. Okay, so hopefully this is Complex's list of top sneakers. Complex Con for sneaker shopping. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. I don't care about no Joe LaPuma. They spoke to Fat Joe.
And your feet hurt?
Nah, that's
Try these.
talking about that. Vomero
Try
premium.
these.
What just happened?
Jesus Christ made these himself. I know I was there. True story. Look at that. He's doing sunglasses on
We just talked about
just
those.
talking.
I don't trust nothing Fat Joe say, so we just gonna keep moving. I mean, he cool and all, but you know, I done heard reports about Fat Joe. Let's see. What they talking about? Birdman. Oh no, that ain't Birdman. Who is that? And you know, a lot of times I don't care about stuff like Complex Con because they don't bring it in. They go Yachty's Air Force One was on the list for top sneakers of the year. That one right there. And see, here's the thing. As many people, Luke Dennis gave away some Jordan 11.
I appreciate you, man. You can have this upgrade to VIP.
Oh, and they upgraded him to VIP.
You've been in here, but just take the whole bag. Take the whole bag, gang. Hey,
Luke Dennis, another ATL fam.
What's going on, Complex? It's the Uptown Savior, J Tips.
I guess they ain't gonna give me the list. Either way, the list. A lot of people had a lot of things to say about the list and Yachty. Okay, so a lot of people that are sitting there jockeying Yachty and telling him this and that for his autograph are the same ones that turn around and talk a whole lot of shit about him. Talk a whole lot of shit. So that's Complex. What do y'all think as of the brick by brick being sneaker of the year? Is it hands down sneaker of the year? If I can find the list, we'll talk about it on like fucking Friday or something like that. That way we can discuss it and give your thoughts and opinions on that. Now, to the main event. Let me see who did I? Oh, I know who I saw it with. I know who I saw it with. I gotta work out some full-time or at least I don't know, full-time, part-time, co-hosting gigs so that I can type it in on the computer. I can have it on the teleprompter, backstage green screen, typing it up, and then my peoples can pull it up as we go. But let's see, which one is it? Right, here we go. This right here. As soon as I saw this today, because I was highly debating not to do the live. And so I don't know, like always, somehow I don't know, somehow something pops up every now and then. But why the fuck are we still doing this? Why are we still doing this? I don't. I'm for the life of me, I'm not understanding why they went from uh Wild Wild West to freaking Mission Impossible, and of course it's in Florida. As if enough crazy shit doesn't happen in Florida already. A lot of people say Atlanta is not real and that Atlanta is GTA. But have y'all been to Florida? Have y'all paid attention and heard about the things that go on in Florida? Uh, Florida is not real. Florida is the real GTA. The real Godfather, all of that, all of the above. I believe the only reason why people have pegged Atlanta that way is because Atlanta is the third coming of California and New York somehow. I don't know, whatever, opinions may vary. But from train heist to warehouse heist, it says Florida thieves cut a hole in the roof of a mall to steal $50,000 in shoes. They cut a hole in the roof of a mall to steal $50,000 in shoes. Let me say that again. They cut a hole in the roof of a mall to steal $50,000 worth of shoes. How in the
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. And y'all think, boy, this shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
How in the hell did they get up on the roof at a mall in the first place? How did they know where to cut the hole? And how did they cut the hole in the roof and nobody here and they get away with it? Like, I have so many questions. It says, thieves cut a hole in the roof of a Florida mall to steal $50,000 worth of Nike and New Balance sneakers. New Balance. We at a point where New Balance has become so popular that they stealing New Balances along with Nikes and Jordans. Hey, I never thought I would see the day. That's crazy too. It says, according to authorities, the thieves cut a hole over the back storage room of a Champs at Treasure Coast Mall in Jensen Beach. Anybody, shout out to Florida. Anybody who knows where Jensen Beach is, raise your hand. Put a 1 in the chat. Say, I do. And have you heard about this story? It says, but they cut a hole in the roof at a Champs in Jensen in Treasure Coast Mall in Jensen Beach, where they were able to steal between 400 to 500 pairs of sneakers. How do you steal 400 to 500 pairs out of a hole in the roof? What kind of Mission Impossible Italian job kind of shit is that? And at Champs, like Champs don't really have anything anymore. Or for anybody that lives in Florida and goes to Treasure Mall in Jensen, does that Champs usually stock pretty good shoes? Because I know my Champs doesn't really have anything anymore. Champs is like you'll be lucky if you even see a GR in there, like a widely released GR. It says they stole merchandise. It says the stolen merchandise was bagged, tagged, thrown off the roof and loaded into a getaway vehicle. It was tagged with what? As you can see, some of the goods got hastily left behind. Excuse me. Hiccups from this bullshit. This bullshit is giving me indigestion. But it says, as you can see, some of the goods got hastily left behind. Martin County Sheriff's Office reported. So let's see what they're talking about. Let's see what they're talking about. Shout out to
for you closer to home. Thieves cutting through the roof of a mall in Florida to steal not priceless crown jewels, but a bunch of sneakers.
Wait. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? And can y'all hear that? Let me get myself off the screen. So on the thumbnail, it's a huge hole. It's enough to fit like 4 people in there. So I'm like, okay, even though, you know, putting sneaker boxes through a hole in the roof sounds already insanely impossible, at least the hole is huge. So I'm expecting to see a huge hole. This hole in the roof is barely the size of 2 floor tiles you would see in your high school cafeteria. You see the size of this hole that they cut in the roof and passed 400 to 500 pairs of shoes. Wait a minute, didn't the alarm go off? So there's no alarm inside of Champs when somebody breaks in and tries to steal stuff. There is no alarm in Champs. And how did they know where exactly the location of the shoes would be or the Champs would be from the roof? Like this screams every bit of an inside job, but look how small the hole is. How do you pass 500 pairs of shoes through a hole? And then as you see, they were moving so fast, they even left behind stacks of shoes on the roof. I don't know what the hell happened, but let me know if y'all can or cannot hear this, because this ish is crazy. Let me turn it up. If I blow your eardrums out, I apologize. Y'all just gotta let me know.
You see the hole? They dropped into a Champs store where they stole hundreds of Nike shoes. They left behind just the boxes. Detectives want anyone with info to come forward. If you're into the heist story at the Louvre, here's another one for you.
Oh, ain't nobody coming
Thieves
forward.
cutting.
Look at that. How do you not hear anybody cutting a hole in the roof? And like they don't do overnight mall security anymore, mall cops. I know they used to do that in the 90s, like the 80s, maybe the 70s, but I know they used to do it in the 80s and the 90s where it would be like a weird dude or a fat dude that used to walk around that took his job way too serious late at night, swinging some keys on a key ring and whistling with an icy or something in his hand, walking from store to store, shaking the gates and listening for noises and checking and stuff like that. They don't do that anymore at the mall. They don't have overnight mall security, or am I tripping? Like, is that a thing of the past? I don't know, but I'm pretty now. I know there's got to be cameras on the roof or something. Like, this is crazy. They even left behind bags. They don't got no fingerprints on the bags or nothing like that. What's that light that's on the that's shining through? That ain't no shoe. I know what is the ET phone home ad light shining through that bag? What was that, a light so they could see the bags in the nighttime? What is that? What is that? Ooh, what's that, brother? No, I ain't gonna go there. No, don't go there, HG. But this is crazy. How do you pull something off like that? How do you pull something off like that? That's insane. Y'all, yeah, I can't get over that. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that. That tiny hole cut in the roof and stole over 400 pairs, in the upwards of 500 pairs or more of stolen Nike and New Balance shoes straight through a hole that they cut in the roof into a Champ Sports, and they got away with it. That looks like to be on maybe 100 pairs. So they got away with at least 300 to 400 pairs. and that's probably less than 100 pairs. That's probably maybe like 40 or 50 pairs at the very most. But yeah, that's crazy. When I saw this, I was like, man, we got to talk about this ish right here. Now where is it? Where is it? Last but not least, let's go ahead and go through some of these releases courtesy of Nike. Now, a lot of these that are going to pop up on the screen right now are for the second week or technically the first coming week of November. Because the first is Saturday. So this one is set to release November 11th. Air Jordan 11 Pearl for the women at retail price of $235. The 11th is what, a Monday? Let me see. Let me bring up my calendar. Let me make sure I give y'all the right information, especially for people that can't watch it, that can only listen to it. I need to start posting my stuff back to Spotify. But November the 11th is a Tuesday. So that's on a Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, so that's gonna be I don't know. Oh, it's got like a little pearl danglet hanging off the side. That's pretty nice. It's pretty clean. I can't hate on that. And it's got shoelaces, very girly. A chrome jump man, and yeah, it looks like they're gonna have them in little kid sizes and toddler sizes. So for the ladies, the toddlers, and the little kids, you got the Jordan 11 Pearl dropping at $235 for the ladies. Y'all wanted fair prices. Y'all getting the man prices. $105 for little kids. Ain't no way. $105 for a pair of Jordans for little kids?
Man. No fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And then $90 for toddlers. $90 for a damn. Well, they already $85, so I'm not gonna hit. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I am. Yeah.
Shut the fuck.
Okay, I guess you want me to shut the fuck up, but
ain't no fucking way, boy.
Yeah, we just gonna give him one. We just gonna give him a tiny ain't no way. Let's go back. What we got? So a lot of that is coming in the next coming weeks. That is the 95 Eric Croston. The taxis are dropping next week on the 8th. How many people are going for the taxis? $215 is the retail price. You can already fill out the raffle on Hibbett Sports. Big Kids is $165. These are coming in full family size runs. Little kids is $105, and then toddlers is $90. That's a little pricey because toddlers are usually $85, and these should be $85 because you're not really getting the full taxi experience. You're getting something, but it ain't no damn taxi experience. Yeah, they kind of tripping with that. But $215, I'm gonna try to get a pair of taxis. I've been wanting a pair of taxis for the longest. The hype got me, but I suspect there are gonna be a lot of pairs. Linen and University Blue Kobe 11s. 150, and they're dropping on Saturday. No, that's gonna be a no for me, Chuck. Let me see. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about these. That's nasty. That is nasty work right there. Let me get this off my screen. Get that off my screen. The Stranger Things, they're going to be on the 6th, so that's next week as well. The Air 9500s They dropped today. That's right, they did drop today, and they sold out. For they were $250. I missed them. Damn. Like Raphael and Ninja Turtle said, oh man, damn. And then what I believe these drop tomorrow. No, the 5th. Oh, they pushed them back to the 5th. Okay. So Air Jordan 11 Rare Airs are dropping on the 5th. How many of y'all are going for the Rare Airs? I'm gonna pass on these just like I passed on the 4s, just like I passed on the 3s. I'm passed on the 1s. I'm gonna pass on these. They're not my cup of tea. If anything, the Rare Air pack it's okay. It's okay. I'm not saying it's a terrible shoe. I'm not shitting on anybody that likes it, so calm the fuck down. It's just not for me. And I'm not paying high resale prices for that shoe. But that's what's coming in the next couple of weeks. You all let me know what you're going for in the chat. For everybody that catches this in the playback, let me know what you thought of that crazy ass sneaker heist. Let me know what you thought about some of these shoes that are coming up that I showed on the screen. Hey, we got the Twitch bot coming in here, man. We did something tonight, man. We did something tonight. Larry G said, "Fuck them taxis. I got a car." Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Them Kobe's are fire. See, like hey, different strokes for different folks. It's Kobe's face on it, bro. I don't care if it was Michael Jackson's face. Them is a no. It could be Michael Jordan's face on there. I wouldn't want it either. Only 11 I need is the Gammas. A lot of people are anticipating the Gammas as well. I don't know. I mean, yeah, for me, I'm not. It is. The Gammas are nice, but it is what it is with me for the Gammas. But shout out. Let me see. Shout out to the Fanatic Footwear fam. Shout out to the HG fam. Shout out to everybody in the chat that came through and showed love. Larry G, man, thank you. God bless you for the $5 dono. My boy from Bricks to Kicks, I appreciate you for coming through. Girly Glam Accessories, I appreciate you as well. Who else? Let me see. Let me make sure I get everybody. I said Larry G. I said Bricks to Kicks. Girly Glam Accessories. Jayville, man. Hey. Jayville, man, you my boy, man. Thank you for coming through. We had a lot of people to come through tonight. We just had people ghost watching and listening, and that's fine too, man. God bless you. These sneaks as well. Thank you for coming through. God bless everybody for watching. Thank you, because you could have been doing anything with your time, and you spent a lot of your time here with me. You spent damn near 2 hours here with me, and I appreciate you for every damn second that you gave in support to what I do. Hey, I love y'all. We gonna have to support each other because it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough out there. So show love, because you never know when somebody might be feeling down. Times are getting hard. They're gonna get harder, and we might not be able to financially support each other or whatever, but we can always be family and a shoulder to lean on. That's the kind of community I want to build around here. So reach out to your fellow family members. Reach out to your fellow footwear fanatics, man. I love y'all. That will wrap up another Tuesday night Soul Source. Follow me on all my social media accounts: TikTok, Reddit. Reddit is Real Legit Check, as well as Homegrown Kicks, and something else, but I don't care to shout that out. That'll work itself out. Instagram is Homegrown_Kicks. That's the only one with an underscore in it. Facebook is Homegrown Kicks. YouTube is Homegrown Kicks, of course, and everything else. Twitch, or what did I say? Twitch already? If I didn't, Twitch, because we're streaming on Twitch, and X is Homegrown Kicks as well. So follow me on all of those social media platforms. I love y'all. Have a good night. Same to you, bro. Larry G, man. You have a good night, man. Be blessed. Take care of yourself. Hey, pop up, man. Pop up when you can. Hey, Larry G said, I like different, man. That's good, man. That's what makes the community and the family more interested and gives us all things to talk about and all different viewpoints to look at different angles. Because if we all like the same thing, we would all be boring as fuck. And I'm not trying to be boring as hell, or you know what I'm trying to say. But I love y'all. Have a great one. Thank you all for the love and support. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Shout out to the Footwear Fanatic fam, or the Fanatic Footwear fam. We're gonna fix that.